Hey you guys, welcome to my channel, GomeyMovies, where I get to talk about movies because I absolutely love to watch movies. And today I'm going to talk about Michael. So you guys, when I first found out that there was going to be a biopic about Michael Jackson's life, I got very excited, pretty much because, I didn't get to experience his rise to fame. His rise to fame happened before I was born. So growing up, I wasn't really the biggest Michael fan, so I didn't know much about him. And so I wanted to learn more about his life and his rise to fame. And so I was very excited to see this film. So this movie is a biopic that dives into Michael Jackson's life from his early days with the Jackson 5 to his rise to global superstardom, while also showing the family dynamics that shaped his journey. I really enjoyed this biopic. I found it very entertaining. It did have a 2-hour runtime, but I have to say I was thoroughly entertained from beginning to end, so that didn't bother me. I really enjoyed it, you guys. This movie had solid performance from the actors, had solid performance from like the concerts that they did. And watching it in the big screen, I felt really immersed and felt like I was at these concerts. One of my favorite scenes was one of the concerts that happened at the Dodger Stadium. I'm clearly a Dodgers fan, so it was really cool to feel like I was at a Jackson 5 concert at the Dodger Stadium. That really blew me away, and it was one of my favorite scenes of the film. And there were a couple of things that I learned about Michael Jackson. Like, for one, I didn't know he nearly died whenever he filmed that stupid Pepsi commercial that his father made him do. Oh, that was so sad to see, like, his hair like burning and losing his hair, and like that would totally suck. So I didn't know that happened to him. That was wild to learn that and to see that. And then also, you guys, I'm really ashamed of this one, and please don't judge me, but I didn't know the guy had vitiligo. That really explained to me how his skin went from black to light. Like, I don't know, I was a fucking kid and I thought he was Michael Jackson and he did whatever the fuck he wanted and just bleached his skin. I didn't know any better. So that really truly explained it for me, and I'm quite embarrassed to admit that I didn't know that. I cannot be the only one that did not know that he had vitiligo. But let me know, you guys, down in the comments, because I'm totally embarrassed. But damn, like, the struggles that he had to face, even with the struggles of like dealing with that controlling, dominant father that pretty much forced him as a kid into this music career without him having a say. Like, I thought that was pretty sad, and I can't imagine not having a father like that just forces you into doing something that he envisions for you. Poor kids. I will say that Joe Jackson did do a good job portraying Michael Jackson's father. He did really good, and I'm now a bigger fan of Joe Jackson. I will say Jafar Jackson also did a good job portraying his uncle, Michael Jackson. Everything from the dancing to the mannerisms to the way he spoke, like, he really nailed his performance. I don't know what kind of training he had to do, but good job, Jafar Jackson. He did really good. I feel like this was a really hard and difficult role to play, and he nailed it. Another thing, I had no idea my boy Miles Teller was in this movie. He plays Michael Jackson's lawyer. I absolutely love Miles Teller. He's one of my favorite male actors. So as always, he killed it, and I really loved seeing Miles Teller. Shout out to Miles Teller. One thing that I have to say that kind of bothered me leaving the movie is that there was absolutely zero mention of Janet Jackson. Absolutely zero. Which was kind of a bummer because the movie is about the family, the 5 kids, the mom and the dad, but there is zero mention of Janet. And I'm more of a Janet fan than I am a Michael fan, so it was a bummer to see that there was no mention of Janet in this at all. Apparently, she wanted nothing to do with the film, but damn, it just would have been better to have a mention of Janet. Come on, So that was a bit of a bummer. I ended up leaving the movie, appreciating Michael Jackson a lot more. Embarrassingly enough, I only had 2 tracks in my music library, one of them being Thriller, which the whole world has, and then the other one is You Gotta Be Starting Something. So the first thing I did is I got in my car and started listening to more Michael Jackson tracks. And I added quite a couple more to my library. So I appreciate his music a lot more and appreciate him a lot more as well. Yeah, you guys, overall, I really like the film. I have to give this a 4 stars out of 5. It was a very good film. I highly recommend it. Go watch it, go check it out. It's now in theaters. Watch it on the big screen, unless you have a big screen TV at home and you want to wait for it to come out on streaming, but I recommend go watch it out in theaters while it's out. So go check it out.